I want to get all the celestial weapons, and I'm like, the Chocobo race is bullshit.
Well,
It's
now we're on
rigged.
the air.
Oh, God.
wait, that what?
damn
Dang it! I
it.
was going to ask you a question before we started.
Oh,
Yeah, God damn it.
ask me. in
Just
Discord.
ask.
Ask
I'll
me.
just ask. Okay, well, I'll cut it out.
Whatever.
Okay, so you know all those questions that were asked at MomoCon?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can play their answers if you want me to do that.
If you could just find me the link to like somebody like
It was me. Or I could just read it off. I mean, whichever.
that would be better. That would be better. I don't want to hear.
Yeah, I might.
I don't need to hear it.
Okay, I'll just I have the when we get to that part, I'll give you the questions and their brief answers. So
Because some of them did have interesting, just like relevant.
yeah,
answers.
there's some interesting stuff in there. So yeah.
Some people ask good questions. But then there's the guy who's like, "When are you going to get a channel?" And that guy there should be a trap door immediately under him that they can just hit the button and he falls.
Actually, I thought their answer to that question was interesting. So anyway.
I mean, there was no creepy things this year, so that's
I
positive.
have a feeling they pre-screened them. But anyway, we should talk about this.
Oh,
on the show.
that would be a smart decision on their part.
By the way, this is episode 152 of the Toonami Escape podcast. How's it going, guys?
The Chocobo race
Very
is
good.
bullshit.
The old classic. Start in the middle of a conversation that has nothing to do with anything.
Oh,
That
we're just
race
talking
is
about
bullshit, and you all know it.
we're just talking about creepy conventioners, you know, the usual.
Has anyone actually done that Chocobo race thing, like, legitimately and not hacked the game or something?
Well, certainly some people did it.
Yeah, the mentally deranged. Like, I'm at the point where I can't get sub 6, no matter how hard I try, because the friggin' thing doesn't control properly. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Is there a way to hack my Switch so I can just give myself the item?
Is this a thing where maybe it's like fucked up on new consoles?
No, it was just as fucked up on my PS2. I remember it.
Okay, cool. So it's just fucked.
Yeah, the control scheme doesn't work with what they want you to do. Like, it's not reactive enough, and the hitboxes are ridiculously huge. Like, they're these tiny ass birds. Their hitboxes are like 12 times their size.
That sounds like an excuse, B-Dubs. You got to adapt to it.
Get
Don't
good.
cheat the game.
Bullshit.
Get good.
No, like, I swear to God, sometimes you'll just slip by the bird, and you're like, I got you there. And then the bird will be like 3
You can't
feet
do that,
away and it'll
B-Dubs,
slam
because-
into your space.
Because not only will you cheat at the game, you'll cheat yourself.
You did
Fuck
not
that.
learn. You did not improve. You are bad.
Fuck that. I'm about to hire someone to do it for me.
I beat Owl 2 in Sekiro this weekend, and I felt like a god.
Yeah, if I finally do this, I actually remember getting the 0 on the PS2 version once, but it turns out you don't have to just get 0, you have to get below 0.
What?
So it's, yeah, no, I swear to God,
Well,
because I got the 0, 0, 0, 0, and I specifically remember this, and I cheered, and my brother was like, holy shit, we did it! And then we got like a fucking Mecha Elixir, and we're like, what the fuck, where's the goddamn crest? And then we looked it up. It's like, no, you actually have to get, below
Below
0, 0.
below 0.
Yeah, at that point we were like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. That was a miracle. It's never gonna happen again. It'll take us 30 fucking years. This was after like 2 weeks straight of trying it in the afternoons. We're just like, nope, never again.
If Sato was
Never
here, he'd
again.
probably have a really funny story about this.
Oh, he absolutely would.
That's beat
I
up.
mean, I kind of want us to go into discussion like what are the hardest things we've ever done in a video game.
Like the
but
fucking lightning dodging is
we'd be
easier
here
than
all
that
day.
shit. Yeah.
I'm Greg Zeno. We have B-dubs tonight. B-dubs.
Hello.
C. Kohler is here.
Hey guys.
And Imperial Bishop's here.
I am here,
No, you're not. You can't do that anymore. He's a skeleton now.
but he's still there. He's just scrawny.
Yes, he is. This is Toonami Escape Podcast, episode 152. Some news happened this week because they went to MomoCon.
Yeah, so they went to MomoCon, and there's some interesting news out of that. So first of all, they were prepared to announce 4 new shows.
3. Don't give them Lupin.
Well, okay, I was going to get to that. Yeah, they said they were going to have 4, but then they were only allowed to debut 2 of them. But one of them we already knew about. It's Lupin Part 5.
Right.
But the other one they announced is Mobile Suit Gundam Origin.
Yes. So
It's a relatively new show, I think.
like Unicorn, this is a TV repackaging of a bunch of OVAs.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
G
I thought-
Gundam, so
I thought it was a 24 episode
I mean,
show. But
that's how they've been doing Gundam lately. Is just really expensive OVAs that are really super well animated.
wake me up when we get G Gundam again.
Not gonna happen. I actually tried watching Gundam 00 the other day because I'm like, fuck it, I'm bored. Let's see what I can get on the streaming thing. I'm like, oh, I've never seen this, and I start watching, and I'm like, no, this is not gonna end well. This is gonna be like horrifically bad. I got like 1 episode in.
So I guess DeMarco's getting his wish.
Yeah, he always he's the guy who was like, if it was up to me, we'd always have Gundam on the block. Of course, in reality, that's not feasible at all.
No,
Yeah.
but he kind of did get another Gundam already. So
I mean, if he wanted Gundam on the block all the time, why didn't he get G Gundam?
Exactly.
Sunrise is
right
like,
there.
Sunrise is gonna be like, give us $10 million, and sure.
Gundam
What
Wing
if it-
also recently got Blu-ray.
And what if it's one of the other 2 shows?
Like
Seed
replacing
would be
Gundam
funny.
with Gundam?
No, Gundam Seed would be funny because it's a gigantic train wreck of the most magnificent proportions.
So it's
00, I
perfect.
don't even want to know because it looks like some space magic bullshit with magical brown people, and I'm like, no.
But that'd be perfect for a hate watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be more interesting than Unicorn.
So they then debuted the first of the Forge, the upcoming Total Immersion events. And animation-wise, looked really good. It also includes the voice of Bo Billingsley, who played Jet in Cowboy Bebop.
That's pretty good. It's going to be 6 episodes, starts on November 11th, and it's the last one they're doing for a while.
Yes,
Which
they said
I'm
this
okay
is the
with.
last one for a while, and probably going to get a new look. They're at a space station or something, so
Yeah. I mean, that looks cool.
Didn't Tom have a line where it's like, seems like we change every few months or something?
yes, yeah. Actually, yeah.
I'm definitely going to be a new form soon.
It was Sarah who said it, yeah, and then yeah. Little
Crossing
inside
my
joke.
fingers for Chrome Tom. Just full Chrome body.
Just full chrome.
Yeah, full Chrome.
That
The
might be too shiny.
it could be. I mean, like the story seems to be suggesting that this is the origin of Tom. Like this is where he came from.
Okay.
All right,
like
so
that movie.
We're going to get Alpha
That
Tom.
movie, Alpha Tom.
He's just going to look like Robin
Tom
Williams
versus-
in Bicentennial Man.
No, it's going to be Tom versus Tom, and they're going to switch faces.
But before we continue, I want to mention that Lupin was actually supposed to be announced at MomoCon, but
Right.
because the voice actor apparently leaked it beforehand, they had to announce it before the con.
On
DeMarco
Facebook.
said,
Okay.
"Yeah, DeMarco said this on Ask FM."
Interesting.
So,
That's pretty
Okay.
funny.
So I'll give them that, but also at that point, don't be like, yeah, it was a 4th announcement. Like, you put it on your Facebook.
But yeah, there's still 2 upcoming shows we don't know about. They said that those would be released or announced in the next couple of weeks. They're waiting for the rights holders to let them announce it.
Because Gundam the Origin is replacing Promise Neverland, right?
Probably.
That's what I think that's the time it wakes out to, because Lupin is, Part 5 is replacing Part 4,
Right.
but not the same show.
Okay, so then they got to the Q&As, and I'm just going to kind of skim through these really quickly. The very first question was a guy asking, hey, can we get a Night of Toonami where Steve Bloom voices everything?
God, I don't think they could afford that.
That's what Jason says. So first of all, Steve says, I'll do it. And then Jason is like, he said, that's not a bad April Fool's joke, but the problem is, I don't know if you know, but Steve's come up in the world, and that would probably bankrupt us.
Yeah.
And everybody laughed at that. And then he goes as long as to say, maybe it could be possible as an April Fool's thing. And then Steve was like, hey, I'd be totally on board. So
Yeah, I'm sure Steve would like to do it, but he's a busy guy now.
Yeah,
so.
it'd be. I think it's more of a tongue-in-cheek answer, but hey,
Mhm.
if they do it next year or this year as next year as April Fools, you heard it here.
Well, next year, I mean, when's the next time April Fool is going to be a Toonami night?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I can actually look that up.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'll go into the next question. So they were asking, like, what's the hardest thing about bringing the new Toonami back? And basically they said that when they had Toonami, before they went off the air, they had about 15 people who worked on Toonami together, but that was their only job. They didn't do anything else in the company. And then when they wanted to bring it back, it was just a passion project. I guess Lazo told them, because he didn't say who, it just said his boss, but I'm assuming Lazo said, do what you want, but we can't give you any money. And so they just tried to do it themselves. And they said the hardest thing was just trying to juggle doing this and their other jobs, because they had to keep doing, they still do have to keep doing all the other stuff they were doing before it came back.
Mm-hmm.
So they've gotten better at it, apparently.
Also, they had to get like some more money.
Yeah, and now they're
that's
actually,
it.
I think, making money probably. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably the part of the Adult Swim that's making the most money. It's not just Family Guy reruns, and because I mean they keep trying to expand the block.
So
The recent move to 1030, I realized, is kind of a bit odd if you think Hunter x Hunter is going to be replaced by a rerun, because then it's like, okay, what? But you were just airing you were just airing a premiere at that time slot. I guess you could do it again. I guess you could replace Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
So the next question. Oh, you have something?
What if?
Oh wait. I found the next April 1st.
When?
2023.
Wow. Yikes.
Oh.
And then, but after that, 2028.
So basically, every 5 years.
Yeah, every 4 or 5 years.
Roughly every 4 or 5 years.
Because the one before that was 2017.
Yeah, that
so
was
6 years, and then.
So are you looking at when it's on a Saturday or on a Sunday?
Saturday.
You need to look on a Sunday, because remember, last year they didn't do April Fool's stuff until it hit Sunday, April 1st.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
Let's do Sunday. All right.
They won't actually do the April Fool's stuff until it's actually the date.
I think Shippuden should be ending around that time.
Hang on.
Isn't that like 2026?
Sunday.
No, I think so Shippuden's like 500 episodes, so
this is definitely in the thread somewhere.
Holy crap.
Maybe. I haven't taken account all the breaks.
Sega still has it pegged for 2024.
Holy shit! What the hell?
I was close.
Sunday the 1st. What? Extended list from. Okay, there we go. I got to click that one. Okay, April 1st, 2018, and then 2029.
Holy moly! So not happening.
Actually,
really
I don't think that's happening.
Then 2035.
Okay, that's enough. You don't have to go into the.
I don't think Toonami was still
2040. God damn it! And then 2046.
Stop, please.
So
it doesn't go past that. It only goes up to 20.
Old.
It goes to 20. We're not going to be alive by the next time it happens.
Everyone will be dead.
I will still be watching Toonami all the way into my 90s.
Are we even going to be able to stay awake that long?
No.
No.
Oh boy, I can't
stop for Toonami.
I can't wait for Dragon Ball Ultra Super Amazing Super Times Duper.
I sure hope I can get through this week's filler episode of Naruto Shippuden.
Wait. Hang on. What year is Shippuden supposed to end again?
2024.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, maybe we get there. Maybe.
Okay, let's move on. So the next question was, we all knew this question was coming, when are you getting your own network?
Right up there with why did you guys cancel Bleach in terms of
cancel Bleach, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Bring back Bleach.
So interesting though. This is I would have skipped this question, but he actually had an interesting answer, which was that this idea of a Toonami network had been floated around twice in the past. But they said that basically, and the last time maybe only as recently as 10 years ago. But then they said basically nowadays creating your own channel for something like this is just throwing money away. And he says that time is past, and he says you'll. This part's interesting. He says I don't know. I don't want to say you'll never see something like that, but we're moving more into streaming space, especially with their partnership with Crunchyroll. So you might see us moving more in the streaming direction, but a network thing is too expensive, and he doesn't want the pressure of it anyway.
So I'm just going to say straight up front, if they ever do a thing where it's like, it's not actually on TV, it's only on streaming, I'm going to be like, thanks, but no.
It's hard to say. I don't know. I mean, the group watch is the only reason I do it.
Yeah.
So has to do some sort of like live stream thing.
It could be like a live stream, yeah.
Unless it was like an Adult Swim original tied to Toonami, that's the only way I'd watch it.
Yeah, and maybe it's something like it's not on cable, but then which I'll get to in a minute.
If it was like a thing where it's like we got JoJo Part 5.
Yeah, and you just watch it on their website or something.
It's like, no, thank you.
But I mean, if it's like a timed thing though, like Imperial said, like it's like you go to watch it with other people at the same time. I don't know, maybe.
But at that point, why not air it on TV?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. So, the next question was literally, you've gone through some highs and lows. Next decade's upon us. What do you think is the new challenge and new ambitions for Toonami? And Jason was quick to say, he says, well, obviously our challenge is, and then Kiel cut him off and says, raise your hand if you're currently subscribing to a cable package. So the idea is that like cable is the big thing. But I'll read off his answer here. This is the more concrete one, which is interesting. He says that's the challenge. And I think the way we're dealing with it is, I can't really go into what our whole company is doing, but the stuff they're doing, but they're moving more into we're moving more into originals, and that's one of the big things to do. He says, expect to see more Toonami originals besides Fooly Cooly and Blade Runner. So we'll be doing more of that. They haven't been announced yet, but we're working on 3 or 4 new shows besides those 2.
What happened to Scavengers?
Maybe that's one of them. He doesn't say.
Well, he also said they haven't been announced yet, and I could swear they announced Scavengers, but was this just a fever dream I had?
Was the Scavengers the mini series?
That's the one that they aired on one of the nights. That's like a little
yeah.
It's like ridiculous Rube Goldberg survival thing.
Yeah. Right.
The other thing he says, go ahead.
Wait. Hang on. I was just like, I wanted to bring this up when we said, DeMarco said he always wants a Gundam on the block. I'm surprised he's never tried to get one made.
Maybe he will.
Because it really does seem like something that he would want to spend some money on.
Man, that would be like a dream for him, but that would be a price tag.
Yeah, I think Sunrise would have to say like, okay, give us this much money.
I know.
Think about it.
Like, I think they'd sooner be like, Big O Season 3.
Hey, I'd watch the hell out of that.
Yeah, I would too.
Maybe
Maybe they'd take another stab at IGPX.
And
honestly, they could probably do IGPX pretty good now that they know where the hell they went wrong the first time.
Oh, I would like an IGPX like part 2, or maybe not part 2, like season 2.
Yeah, because season 1, the problem was they didn't have enough robot racing, and then they found a balance toward the end, and season 2 was good.
I would say bankroll another season of Space Dandy, but because Space Dandy was like this thing where it's like, it's like One Punch Man season 1, where it's like a big name director getting a bunch of his animator friends to do some cool things, and then they scatter to the winds when it's over and never ever come back. You could not replicate it.
Yeah,
I mean, you could probably do a movie, but I feel like that would be the absolute limit.
So he goes on with that question about like what's in the future, and he goes on to say that that you're going as far as those like upcoming Toonami produced shows, he says you're going to see us working together with partners like Crunchyroll to premiere things like dub premieres and see that window continue to shrink between the sub and the dub come out. I think that's really the only way we can be successful. Part of the reason we're still on the air legitimately is that we've always listened to you guys and what you want.
Except that one time we tried to change the schedule.
Yes, but
Well,
then,
if
no,
he's
then they
listened
listen
to
to
us,
it.
Well, all
And
the
they
if,
changed
if
it
he's
back.
listened to us, give us Mob Psycho season 2.
I come on, that has to happen.
Yeah.
Unless it
Yeah,
didn't do well in ratings.
no, I think it had to have done well enough.
It's only 13 episodes too. It's not a huge commitment.
I think we'll get it.
So this is
Yeah.
this next question and answer is probably my favorite from, and I think the most interesting one from the Q&A. Somebody asks, so about a year ago when you guys started airing Pop Team Epic, it kind of seems like you guys were going to branch out in different directions. Since then, it's mostly been action. I'm wondering if you are still looking at comedies and other genres, or was this a situation where Pop Team underperformed? And Jason said, no. We're still looking. And I'll just read what he says. I think the thing is to keep in mind is that the day you see Toonami, whatever the broadcast is, the wheels have been in motion for several years or months at least before that air happens.
Right.
For example, if a show we're looking at is a different kind of show, and then someone says to us, "Hey, the new season of JoJo's ready," it's like, well, we have to air that because we know fans want that.
So
So
part
it's
5 confirmed.
Yeah, possibly. So it has to be sort of a timing thing, whether we would get these different types of shows, non-action shows, because I think that's going to be necessary going forward. And then he also says, and I think some of these other announcements that you'll see that we're going to announce soon, that we plan to do that day, might fall into this non-action category.
Nichijou.
Could be.
Nichijou.
Could be.
Do it.
I would like to see Slime Time.
I can.
I mean, it'd be a fun show.
If you're gonna give me an isekai, give me Konosuba.
Okay, Konosuba would be really nice, but it's. I mean, it's a good comedy show. Good, nice, light, fun show would be nice.
Nichijou.
And Nichijou,
Honestly,
I guess.
I haven't seen it because I've been waiting for the dub on that one because I feel like comedies are just better when they're dubbed.
Me too. I might just wait for the dub.
B-dubs, I would both of you, I suggest waiting to see these next 2 announcements that they were going to have and see if it's one of those.
If they have, like, I think either way, I'm gonna watch Nichijou once it hits the dub, but I don't really like watching comedies and sub because you have to split your attention between the two, and that's more easily done in like an action series or something.
It's tough to read a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, please, anyone up above, please make sure it's not Goblin Slayer or Shield Hero.
Please, no.
Honestly, I'd rather have Goblin Slayer than Shield Hero because from what I've heard, it's just the first episode of Goblin Slayer that's like irredeemable.
They do the one thing and then they're like, and now we're just a kind of a bland, forgettable thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Shield Hero's like, I'm Insidious the whole way through.
Like, oof, no.
So
I jinxed us.
I just don't want to have to deal with one of those at the exact same time I deal with SAO.
SAO is ending on July 13th.
Yes, it is. Oh,
for
actually,
now.
There's something I wanted to mention about SAO, but I'll wait for us to actually talk about it because I was like, oh my god, they admitted it.
Yep. Go ahead, caller.
So that was really the last of the good questions. The only other question was somebody asked if they're ever going to consider putting out a Toonami art book, which Jason said actually one of the directors they've worked with in the past is actually looking into that now, even though he thinks maybe only 10 people would buy it.
I would buy it.
The audience there at MomoCon kind of clapped like they were interested too. So
I would absolutely buy it.
So yeah, that's basically it. I think that's that's all of the good questions.
I'm sad I missed. Didn't they have like a thing for sale, like a comic or a shirt for sale?
They did a comic for the last Total Immersion event,
and they showed the first episode of Attack on Titan, didn't they?
Yes, they showed. Yeah, and then at the very end, they showed the new episode that premiered that next day. So
people have been talking about the episodes that just aired in Japan, like they're incredible. Like,
it's
jaw dropping.
It goes places, but I don't want to say anything. So
anyway, here's kind of a quick rundown of what's ending in the near future, because in the next 3 months, or like even 4, A lot of shows end this year. A lot of shows are ending. Lots of shows are ending in the next 5 months, even. In the next 5 months, the only things that won't end are Lupin, Shippuden, Black Clover, and Boruto. Everything else, JoJo ends on June 8th. That's getting replaced by Lupin. Hunter x Hunter ends on June 22nd. I think we're probably going to see that as a rerun slot.
Right.
Promise Neverland ends on June 29th. That's getting replaced by Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
Sword Art ends on July 13th, and then Attack on Titan Season 3 ends on August 10th. I imagine those are probably two of the last two announcements.
Right. What about Super? Because that's technically coming to an end soon.
Super ends on October 5th.
Right, but by then they'll probably have announced the sequel series.
You know, I have been hearing some rumors about July, but now I've been hearing new rumors about October, and that kind of syncs up pretty well.
With the Super sequel series?
I would just say that Toei would find a way to fuck it up.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
also
it syncs up pretty well.
My Hero Academia ends on August 17th, and that's not it doesn't last long enough to go straight into season 4. Because season 4 is a fall show, I believe. Let me check.
Yeah, I think I heard October. So
that would have to be a new thing.
Right. Because it's one of those things that
October.
This is probably going to be the biggest reshuffle year in the block hit. I mean, not in block history, but since they started getting long runners, you know.
Oh, you know what that means?
Fairy Tail.
Well, I was gonna say bring back One Piece, but yeah, it might be Fairy Tail's time to. No, please, no more long runners. So
Toei dropped the price on that season? No. Then the answer is no.
Yeah, sorry, more or less, it's not happening. It's not happening. If more or less watches the
Gundam The Origin ends on September 28th, so that's another replacement. That's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shows that for almost for sure in the next 4 months that are going to get new shows.
I mean, that's a majority of the block, and that's something that's, I mean, it's not happened since, for like the last, 4 years?
Yeah.
I mean, usually it's just, I mean, what the hell are we going to watch in 6 months?
I do have a few predictions, so I think Kimetsu no Yaiba is going to happen. It's a matter of when, not if.
We've said that about a lot of shows.
Yeah.
But it is it's a solid if unspectacular pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good though. And Dr. Stone premieres in July, and that's a possibility.
Right.
There's a bunch of things that are possibilities, but
I mean, I would say there's a bunch of stuff that's either out already or hasn't yet come out that they could easily sort of slot into Toonami and say, yeah, the audience will like this. You know,
there's a bit too many of them for them to all come.
Because also there's the price tag too. You know?
I think JoJo Part 5 does happen before the end of the year.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be something we get at some point in the summer. Like, it's not going to be the direct replacement for Part 4, but it's going to come right after, I think.
Well, we know it's not the direct replacement for Part 4 because Lupin is the direct replacement for Part 4.
Right.
Yeah, Lupin's like 24, 26 episodes, so that would have to be
again
late fall.
November 23rd.
Oh, November late fall.
Like, you could see Part 5 coming in either after the Gundam or like after Lupin. In September or November. Depends on when they finish the dub. But anyway, that's all the news out of Momocon. There's some other news involving Attack on Titan. Apparently, Wit Studio is like done with it after this season.
That's not a good thing because they've been doing a really great job.
basically, guess there's no more Attack on Titan after this season.
Oops. Where they're gonna have to find some, or they're gonna have to find someone else to do it.
JC staff.
Oh no.
JC's like, oh, we're free after One Punch Man season 2.
Only doing 9 shows this season. We can do another one.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, part of me feels like they saw what comes after the basement and we're like, nah, we out. We don't want none of this.
Nah, I think more realistically, it's just that it's a lot of pressure. It took 4 years to get to season 2, and
they wanted to do their own. They were like, between that, they were
want
like,
to do their own
yeah,
thing.
but what if it was on trains?
Yeah, and like I said before, there's too much anime coming out every year. There's not enough new, fresh animators coming, and people are getting stressed. They're pulling themselves really thin. So I'm not really that surprised, but
yeah. I mean, also, like in this situation, you kind of want to let them work on a passion project every now and again. Like, even if it's probably not going to be great, you're sort of like, yeah, okay, let's let these guys do what they want to do for, a season or two, and, just let them have some fun with it.
So, yeah. By the way, One Punch Man Season 2 is still bad. It looks so bad.
I've seen GIFs from it that look not bad at all, but
I've seen the rare cuts from talented dudes.
Yeah.
Like every show has that. Most of the time, bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate.
So bad. That's the news. Unless that's somebody else. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Well, I guess now we can end the podcast and check out this Pokemon stream.
Starting right now. Hang on, let me pull up the thread.
Time for Pokemon. No, it's time for My Hero Academia, and definitely not Pokemon.
We're gonna cut into Pokemon like halfway through. Like I'm gonna keep an eye on this and just pop in.
Put it in the chat.
You're gonna be banned, B-dubs. Don't do it.
Put it in the chat.
You'll never ban me. I'm too powerful.
Check.
You have no power here.
Your mod captain powers mean nothing. My Hero Academia, episode 51, Moving into Dorms. It's exactly what it says on the tin. I really like this episode.
Oh, it's really fun. Like, it's wholesome, slow, like character building episodes.
Honestly, it's the kind of drawdown episode that we needed after the holy crap of the last arc. It sort of reminds me of how every time an arc finishes up in One Piece, they have that big party chapter where everybody's like drinking and eating and just sort of hanging out and everything. Like, the last arc was so like, what the hell just happened, that they absolutely needed this and couldn't just shift from one right into the other like they had been doing.
Yeah, so many shonen series forget that you need to have a breather period after your high moments.
Yeah, like you don't always need it, but if the moments are crazy enough, you absolutely do. And I think that's sort of where Naruto's final arc does really badly, because it just does high moment after high moment and never lets you, take a break.
Plenty of filler.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But this is a nice experiment episode to see. Can you describe a character's entire personality with their room?
Deku's room is exactly what you thought it would be.
So do I have that copy of the manga?
You guys do not want to see my room right now.
Anyway, notable rooms. Notable rooms. Deku's room. Dude, that's creepy.
Yeah, I mean, what's her name? Urahara is probably like, ooh, I like this guy. Ooh.
Tokiyami's room.
Oh yeah, all darkness.
Like they have to physically remove him in front of the door.
Like, he is such a chuny. It's not even funny.
Hey,
actually,
I had
it's hilarious.
Shane in middle school.
Like, his style never left middle school.
I'm like, Grex, how do you walk around in your room and not bump into anything? It's so dark. We don't talk about Mineta's room because You don't want to walk in there.
Have you seen 50 Shades of Grey?
I have not, and I'm thankful for that.
Probably just that.
I bet if you take a black light and just turn off all the lights and turn it on, it'll just be oh man, oh, what is this? Oh
No. Minetta's room, the light is a black light.
Oh no.
And then all you see is just like a Jackson Pollock painting in there.
You joke about that, but it was actually Tokoyami who had black lights in his room.
Hey.
Hey, his room did not have
Judy
weird
Bird is
splotches
here.
all over.
Yo, Minetta just peeking out of his room door, like, "Hey guys, come into my room."
And like they're like, no. You know, I kind of wish we had seen the inside just to see what his soul is like. But we all know what his soul is like.
There's a mirror above the bed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Quagmire. He's just Quagmire.
I think they're not legally allowed to show what's inside of his room, so probably.
Yeah.
Other notable rooms. Let me think. Kirishima has just this gaudy fucking shit.
Yep.
Just the most tasteless thing of all time.
All the muscle, it's like working out and stuff. Like it's a man cave.
No, wait. I said Kirishima. Kirishima and Kaminari might as well be the exact same name to me.
They are the exact same name.
Yeah.
Red hair dude has a workout room.
It's not that hard to me. I know some people have trouble remembering their names because
they give everyone like 3 different names.
They're the interchangeable detail bros.
Yeah.
It's like, this is Bakugo, but his first name's Katsuki. But
yeah, okay, so
has like the extremely tasteless room. That's like, dude, everything is that leopard print. What the fuck?
Todoroki is full Japanese.
And like in the manga, it just has a sound effect that says Japanese.
Yeah, that's about right.
Koda has a rabbit, and that's a very big hit with the girls.
Yeah.
But not as big a hit as Sato is who cook.
Yeah, he bakes.
Yeah, that was dumb. I mean, I get it, but like that's stupid that they picked his room as the best just because they were like,
hey.
I mean, it works.
No, it makes sense. I'd believe it. Yeah.
This is free advice. Learn to cook.
Yes. Learn to cook, and you will be popular with everybody.
Yeah. I've actually learned that like everyone's all impressed when you're like, oh, I can cook, and they're like, oh, I bet you just warm up soup. I'm like, it's like, no, I can make like a roast and mashed potatoes and like shit like that. It's like,
look, cooking's easy. Well. Just get a bowl, get some cereal, get some milk.
That's right.
And then it catches on fire. You are Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
I wish I could cook, but I have a electric range, which means everything is either way too hot or not hot enough.
Or just get a pressure cooker, one of those crock pots.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, those things are good.
I should get a crock pot though, because that's just like easy shit. Just like pour it in, cook it for 48 hours.
Oh, not even. If you get a pressure cooker, it can do it in 4.
Yeah, but then if you get a pressure cooker, you're on the FBI watch list.
Oh
no!
Really? Is a pressure cooker not? Wait, what's?
Well, no, you can turn a pressure cooker into an explosive, but you have to buy a lot of other stuff as well, like a stupid amount of crap that I'm not going to mention here, but includes nails.
Hey, are you saying you actually know every single bit that you have to do?
No, not really, but broad strokes. It's not that complicated.
Well, on the next episode, what?
On the next episode, I am on every watch list known to man. Oh, I think they just announced. Oh, I'm not supposed to say it out loud.
So, whose room did we not see? Did we see Bakugo's room?
We did not see Bakugo's room. I can. It should just be literally Deku's room.
That would be hilarious if they had the same room. But I kind of imagine his room looking like a slaughterhouse. Because he seems the type that would have like a lot of metal posters and like some weird shit. Like, I just imagine him having like violent posters and stuff.
No. How about this? Imagine if his room is just completely clean and just boring, just normal.
It's the
How
most
funny would that
regular-
be?
It's the most regular room ever.
Yeah, it's like what are you looking at my room for? You never seen a room before?
But
I
yeah,
just
we
thought
don't
of
see
Mr. T.
Bakugo's room. We don't see Minetta's room, thank God. And then we go see the girls' rooms, except Sue's. We don't see her room.
Yeah, we don't see hers, unfortunately.
I imagine it's like a water garden or something. That's my guess.
Yeah.
But we get to see Jiro's room. It's punk rock.
So it's the best room.
We get to see Invisible Girl's room. It's extremely girly.
Yep.
We get to see Momo's room. Somehow she got that bed in there.
She's like, oh, it's nothing. It's just a normal room. Like, come on now. Come
She's
on.
She's also like, man, we did. Also, like, this room is the size of my closet at home, and it's like, man,
This is my problem with Momo. She is just bragging about being rich. She's like, oh, it's just
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. She's not even bragging.
Yeah, she's just doing it casually. Like, oh, this is nothing. Just the size of my closet and my room and my house. So it's like, But it's funny though.
And we also get to see. Oh, what was Mina's room? Was that the one that's super girly? I don't know.
Right.
I don't remember.
Well, one of them was. Oh,
One of them.
oh, I completely misunderstood that.
And he was like, Minetta's like going over to in one of them, Mineta goes over to like the dresser and is like, ooh, panties. And then in the next scene, he's a mummy. Like, they're just like, all right, smother him.
That's too good for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't get to see Sue's room because she is very sad and it's very touching, and I'm very sad. You are monsters because you made Sue cry.
That was the saddest part. Like, it was such a feel-good episode, but you gave me all the feels.
Just good thing they didn't all get expelled.
Yeah. So,
One thing about this that was interesting too is that this first isn't too surprising. They did show the full OP, so obviously first show on the block gets full OP, and now this one is.
Yep, the last airing of this OP, which is not good.
So the other thing they did though, for some reason, they kept the next episode preview.
I think that's a thing where like they forgot to take it out because they were like, okay, hey, can we get the full OP version? They were like, sure, and then they forgot to take out the rest.
Could be.
oh yeah, they played the full overworld this time. Oh yeah. I don't hate the opening as much as you guys do.
No,
think it's all right.
I'm with you, Imperial. I actually kind of like this one.
It's just the way that the visuals and the what's happening on the screen don't have anything to do with each other. It's like, I'm trying to get hyped, but you're showing me the wrong thing. Or, man, the visuals are trying to hype me up, but the song's not doing it.
Well, we should be getting a new opening soon, right?
Yes, it's next episode. It's okay. MHA still, to this day, as far as I'm concerned, has not had a great OP.
What opening one is great? Come on.
I can't even remember how it goes.
It's the day, right? The day has come. Okay, I'm not gonna sing.
No,
I'm not gonna sing.
Don't. But yeah, that's MHA. Now it's time to get their provisional hero licenses and do some special moves. Because this is extremely comic book.
Like equip your new special moves or something.
So anyway, let's move on to Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super episode 112, A Saiyan's Oath, Vegeta's Resolve. In this episode, you can do it, Kaba. You don't totally suck.
Narrator voice.
No, he totally sucks.
could not do it. Yeah, he totally sucks.
He did it against a person, and then Frieza came in and was like, I don't care.
I'm going to betray you now. Oh wait, they're not on. They're on different universes. That's right. Yeah, I said in the thread, Kaba, more like Jabba.
Oh.
Yeah, this episode was it was all right. It wasn't really anything outstanding. I mean, there's some good animation. Apparently Naoto Shishida apparently directed the animation in this episode. I noticed it at some parts.
Yeah, this is mostly an episode about Vegeta being like, now I get to be a real dad. And Trunks is over here like, what? What about shut up?
Yeah, poor Trunks.
Cabba's a pure-blooded Saiyan, and he's my real son.
God damn
Trunks is
right.
back. Trunks is back on Earth. Is like, I sense the disturbance. Yeah. Not much to say about this. Yeah, I was gonna say we're being very quiet about Super. I guess it wasn't.
Dragon Ball Super sure isn't that part of the tournament arc where it's just some dude versus some other dude.
I mean, the only thing of note to me was that Vegeta's character, he's kind of being a father figure to Cabba here, kind of a sensei.
Yeah, that's a new Vegeta thing.
Also, there was another low frame rate shot in this episode too.
I don't know what's going on with that. Has anybody asked him about that?
I don't think so.
Someone should have asked that MomoCon. I'm surprised they didn't.
Oh no, they probably filter that out.
Yeah, like, oh, don't ask. Toei's gonna be upset with us. It's probably a Toei thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's on DeMarco's end.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, we've decided this isn't. We're gonna anti-seizure this for you," and they're like, "What? No, what? This looks so bad. Shut up."
Yeah,
It's like kids don't watch this. It comes on at 11 o'clock.
No one will notice the difference.
and it's cable, so they're sort of exempt from a lot of FCC stuff.
Well, I don't
It's
think
cable.
American TV even has like a seizure thing.
Yeah,
No, I'm pretty sure it does.
No. It's Japan because of the Pokemon episode.
Oh, yeah, right. But then why the hell did they not do it there and they're doing it here?
I don't know.
They're just so fucking weird.
Why is anything?
It's kind of like how Dragon Ball Super Broly has that green tint in the US release.
Yeah.
So
It does?
it's yeah, if you look at DVD, the Blu-ray release in Europe and America has like a slight green tint.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
Apparently it's
How'd
the
that
fire. It's what Toei gave to Funimation. So it's the master they gave them.
Oh my god, Toei. Ugh.
I don't know why, but this is not the first time. I think green tint was also in Kai. I think Kai has some green tint.
Is this Toei being like, you guys like green tint, huh?
God. They're just fucking weird.
So I'm looking it up right now. I don't see anything about Caesars for American television.
Yeah.
So only Pokemon.
Yeah, but that episode never aired here. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to go like the list of banned Pokemon episodes. It's like the one that gave people seizures, the one where James has fake breasts, the one where every single one with Jinx. Because oh my god, show that to an American, please, before you play the game.
I'm pretty sure they just like changed Jinx. I don't think they banned the Jinx episode. They just changed her skin color.
And then after that, it's like. This one came after an earthquake. This one came after an earthquake. 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 Earthquake.
Yeah, Japan has this thing where if a natural disaster happens or some sort of incident happens, they kind of like have to censor or remove something from a TV show, from an anime that's similar.
It's just like suddenly everything's peachy.
Yeah.
Like I remember the Pokemon thing was like in the Black and White season where they were like, oh shit, here comes Team Plasma. Oh shit, it's the big huge mid-show thing, and then it's like something bad happened, and they were like, it's canceled.
No one likes Team Plasma anyway, so
no. Anyway, Attack on Titan is back.
Yay!
Attack on Titan, episode 50, the town where everything began. In this episode, they are already back at Shinganshima. That was easy.
Yep.
I
Like,
guess like a short time skip, like maybe a few days.
yeah, I guess so. Or like they even made it in like 1 or 2 days. Yeah, 1 or 2 days.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah,
I mean, it's not like they had anything else to do.
they also move at night.
Oh yeah, because they realize, oh wait, moonlight is actually refracted sunlight.
Oh no!
I was waiting for that one Titan to just be like, "Sup?"
Yeah, me too.
I guess because they're in the forest, he didn't get enough of the light to hit him or something. I don't know.
But yeah, they're going back to Shinganshina to do Operation Close Those Fucking Holes.
Holes. Holes. Yeah, this episode's pretty good. Reiner and Bertolt are hiding somewhere.
They burst through a wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
Well, Reiner did. He's like, surprise!
Oh yeah! And then then Levi goes so fucking hard. He's immediately stabbing him in the throat. It does not work.
Automatically went for the kill, but it doesn't work because he's
So
too
yeah,
broken.
they're running around Shinganshima, being
You had it right the first time.
Shinganshina, being like,
Yeah.
okay, dude, where the fuck are they? And at that point, you're just like, oh, they're trying to trap us here. And it's like, surprise! It's
And they
Planet of the Apes.
forgot. Oh wait, we probably should have put out this fire more, efficiently, and not just kick our coffee and whatever cups to the side.
They probably didn't care.
Yeah, it's like, dang it.
Because I mean, look at his friggin' plan. Like, holy crap, they got it done. It's a good plan.
Yeah. And then, so the other big plot in this episode is basically Armin gets to be a commander. And
Which he deserves.
he deserves it, but also he's shitting himself.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility, and they're like their entire lives depend on this mission.
And so he gets to say weird stuff to them that they don't understand, like, check the walls. And they're like, what? It's like, just do it!
Yeah, he's like shitting his
Yeah,
pants.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
oh man, these guys are so cool. They actually do it. Armin's so cool. In a terrified puppy way.
Wow, Armin, you look kind of cool. But
Holy crap, what the hell is
I mean,
this?
I thought the episode was okay for the first 80%. I was like, oh, okay. And then that last 10%, that last few minutes really came in pretty strong.
Mhm. Holy
yeah,
crap, the quality of life starts there.
I guess B Dubs wasn't that into this episode.
No, I really liked it. I'm just like, the Nintendo quality of life thing came through. They actually did something with it.
Pokemon, go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Swear to God. That's what it's Pokemon
Yeah.
sleep.
But yeah, the next few episodes should really pick up. This is like more of a return to form.
Yeah.
This
I-
used to be a 10-episode season of oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck,
Yeah,
what the fuck, oh
everything-
shit.
Yeah, everything building up to the basement is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this season ends on the basement.
They
Like, they
have to
finally get
actually
there.
show you a bit of what's in, like, the first line of what's in the basement, right?
They
Okay, I'm just
can't
gonna
actually, I think.
come right out and spoil it. It's all the ET video game copies. What was it for the NES ET game? Yeah.
No,
Salty Fuller, you know what to do.
Yep. No, I mean, God's honest truth, there's no way of showing you what's in the basement without sort of ending it on this giant, like, no matter how they handle the basement, unless they go straight into, the final arc, there's no possible way that they can avoid a gigantic cliffhanger.
Great, do it.
So, like, the best thing they could possibly do would be like, we're finally at the basement. Stay tuned for season 4.
Literally the ending of The Sopranos. They open the shot from inside the basement of the door opening, fade to black.
Yes.
No wonder Wit Studios like, we're done.
And then the studio is like, fuck you!
No, I mean, honestly, I'd probably like that ending better than what we're getting now.
Now, can we skip it right to JoJo?
No.
Aw.
Promise
Sure?
Neverland.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, geez. Wow. That's... Man, you didn't intend that shade, but you sure did throw it.
Completely forgot it existed.
I mean, I kind of forgot too. And I like this episode. Most
I
of
like
it.
this show, though.
The Promise
Just not-
Neverland, episode 7-01-1145. In this episode,
Oh, that's my password. God.
only an idiot would have that as a password.
11111 boo. Okay.
In this episode, Crone wants their help taking down Mom. And it's a whole bunch of people. It's a whole bunch of mind. It's a ton of mind games, man. Because first she's like, "No, seriously, I want to help you escape." And then when you do, everyone will be like, "Mom, you suck," and now I'm the mom. And then they realize, well, if that's actually what she wanted, she would actually help us. So,
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like you can't, even Emma's looking at her like, man, I don't trust you.
yeah. And they shouldn't, because they go to her room later and she's like, "Hey, by the way, I like to sing and talk to dolls." And it's like, okay.
It's like, she's like, aha, so you do know about the devices in your ear. Aha. Because I knew that you knew that I knew.
You knew.
I've played L.A. Noire. I know what your faces mean.
Yeah.
Doubt.
Like body language expert. I have a YouTube channel about that.
So because Emma and Norman accidentally let Crone know that they already knew where the devices were and that they already know how to break them. Crone lets them know that she figured this out, but she's also really curious about why they would bother asking her those questions. It's very strange because they didn't need to. And then Crone thinks, okay, well, wait a minute. If they're going to be able to break these tracking devices, they must have some like tool or something that they're going to use. So she sneaks off to Ray's the bedroom where Ray sleeps, looks in his drawers, looks behind his bed, and then she finds a piece of paper with something that Ray had written on it for her to find.
Ooh.
And also gets caught by Phil, the sneaky bastard.
I don't
Okay,
trust
Phil.
Phil. I
Like
don't
they
trust
even,
him.
the show is definitely leaning into trying to like be like Phil's the bad guy, because like they have this shot of him walking, strutting down the hallway with this smile on his face. That's like, this is built for people to screenshot this and be like, I don't trust him.
Oh man, it's gonna be like a Saw twist at the end, like.
So we don't get to see, as the audience, what was written on the piece of paper, but Crone does say that she doesn't understand how Ray could know this information that he put on there. And then before she's able to do anything, though, Isabella shows up at her door.
And and stabs her. No, it's a letter.
It's like, what's that you got right there? A knife.
I love how Isabella can be so menacing, doing nothing but just handing someone a letter opener.
I think Isabella is maybe like the best part of the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, she's so like, ooh, the creepy medicine.
But yeah, Crone gets a letter with bad news. She's been recalled to Central.
Well, we don't know if it's good or bad news, just that she's been recalled to Central.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't really give it away like what the news is. We just know it's bad for Crone. So
it's bad for Crone insofar as that it doesn't jive with her plan to take over the house from Mom.
Yeah.
So,
this is where things get like really crazy. So
oh my gosh. Yeah, next episode is
Nuts.
a turning point for the whole show. Big time.
Mm-hmm.
But I realize that Promised Neverland is unfortunately one of those shows where it's hard to have long discussions because a lot of it is talking and mind games.
It's also hard to talk about because I don't want to say something. You know what I mean? Like all we can really do is report on the things that occurred because at least 3 of us here, I think, know what happens.
Right.
And you don't want to let anything slip. So.
Oh, I'm not spoiled at all.
I mean, I have heard many times before that the manga is different than the anime. It goes over things differently. But I still enjoy what I watch, and I will check out the manga soon. I keep putting it off. And I don't have a problem. I know some people might have a problem with the way they do different camera things in this episode. I'm okay with it. Like the perspective where Kronos walking up the stairs and the background's obviously CGI. And you see him moving almost like in real time. I think that's pretty cool.
I think they are trying to go. They were like, we should have a quick jump cut to the doll in the bed, and it's like you do it, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah, I think that doll thing's. I need to figure out what's up with that because that's definitely, it seems a little bit too ham-fisted.
You're trying a bit too hard here.
Yeah, but that aside, I mean, I agree that I think the camera stuff in this show is really good, and it does things that you don't see in a lot of other anime because of it. Like there were some shots of Crone just running back to her room. It was just a shot of her running back to her room, but it was like so well animated. It was like, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it was like they got like a really good animator to do this scene of her running back to her room because it looked really good, and it's just her running and little things like that. But then also the way they would have like a shot of her from a different angle and it looks kind of creepy, and if everything was just flat and normal looking, I don't think it'd look as good.
Yeah, that's one of the scenes I was talking about, like where it's just they do it. And I mean, okay, so there have been some missteps with, I guess, the anime, but this is not one of them in my personal opinion.
I don't have a lot of complaints about this. I mean, I agree with everyone that the adding the doll element is not necessary, but it doesn't bother me that much other than the fact they just focus on it too much. But like there's not much about this adaptation that I don't like. I think it's really good.
And I kind of think we should be praising the voice acting too, because voice acting has been really good in my personal opinion for the entire show and the dub.
Yeah, this is a very good dub.
Yeah, and I was looking forward to this episode too because this is really the first time we get to hear the menacing. Well, not menacing is the right word, but the angry Emma voice, because up till now she's been pretty carefree or curious or uncertain, but this was her pissed off. This was her mad at Crone, and I thought that was really cool to hear that.
And she was really pissed. Like, we never seen Emma with that face before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about Sword Art Online.
Let's not.
Can we talk about Pokemon Go the fuck to sleep instead?
Yes, we can.
or Pokemon shirts.
Pokemon shirts.
That is a thing.
Dress shirts with Pokemon.
Yep.
Okay.
This episode of Pokemon shirts.
No, but they actually did announce like a couple of really cool things. There's Detective Pikachu 2 for the Switch, and Pokemon Home, which is Pokemon Bank 2.0, except with everything.
This is the solution for transferring from now on.
Yes.
Just put it in the cloud, and then go the fuck to sleep.
Yes.
The cloud, that's real?
Yeah.
I thought it was a myth.
Nani?
Haven't you heard? We're all going to be in the cloud. Sword Art Online. Speaking of being in the cloud, Sword Art Online, episode 7. I have to actually wait.
Nice.
Sword Art Online, Alicization, episode 17, Truce. In this episode, man, they sure can hold on to this wall, to this flat wall with their swords for a long time.
Hey, it's a video game.
I mean, I could kind of believe they have like super high like endurance because it's a video game.
Well, Alice clearly has super strength. I mean, she lifted Kirito with one arm.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess so. But also, he's like swinging her entire body up like a pendulum, and it's like, what?
Yeah,
It's like, okay, where did all that super strength go when
At that point, why don't you just punch in the wall? Because it's got infinite HP, basically. They said that.
everything. It's not HP. It's called life, isn't it? Or is it like health?
It's
or
HP.
durability. Durability. That's it.
So yeah, so the title of this episode is Nearly Infinite Life or Infinite HP, whatever.
Durability is the word they use.
Oh, Nearly Infinite Durability. I'm like, what? Huh? Like, oh, I hate this show.
It's a video game. Everything has durability. It's Red Faction Gorilla. But anyway, this episode serves to turn Alice from super cool, awesome Integrity Knight to kind of dopey tsundere who's afraid of heights. Good job, show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess they have to. I guess this is like him winning over her trust.
But yeah, they have to
Maybe.
slowly transform her back into regular Alice.
Mm.
Yeah. They plus she has to join the harem.
But it's like, oh, not again.
Yep. She's gonna join the harem.
And then they run into these gargoyle creatures, which have the most amazing name ever. They're called minions.
Oh god.
Oh, I knew the minions were bad.
Banana.
It's your true form.
Alternatively, they just sound like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine? Mine? Mine?
I'm like, are they gargoyles? Are they demons? Are they minions? What are they like?
I guess they're demons. But yeah. So, and then we basically just them climbing the wall. That's the whole episode, and then kind of bonding, even though she keeps saying she's going to kill him the moment they get inside.
It's not like I'm gonna kill you, Baka.
Hey, wait a minute. This Pokemon shirts thing has already been announced in January.
Oh.
B-dubs, go to the corner.
God damn it.
Go the fuck to sleep.
You mean Pokemon go the fuck to sleep?
Anyway, Sword Art, what were we talking about?
I just saw shirts there and I was like, oh, there we go. Shirts.
Yeah, nothing
So,
here for
okay.
it. 'Cause this is just
why
the
do
entire episode.
What guy?
Okay, so-
Why did you guys think that Alice couldn't climb up on her own?
Because she's a girl.
Because I've heard several theories. One was that she's afraid of heights. One was that she didn't want to flip up there because then of her like skirt would flip up.
I was honestly thinking it was going to be like, you can't see up my skirt thing.
And then the only other reason is that she couldn't do it. Like she didn't have the strength, which doesn't make sense because she just lifted him up. So
She's an Integrity Knight. You probably should have the strength that
Reiki Kawahara remembered. Oh wait, Kirito is supposed to be the one have to have agency in this moment. I can't have Alice be the one to take care of herself. I need to. So she's just gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh no,
I mean,
I
she's a
can't
girl.
do it.
And then when they're attacked, despite having, when attacked, despite having a weapon skill that could literally take care of all the enemies at once,
she's just kind of like, ah.
Yeah, I'm watching the episode and the entire time. I'm like, you have a sword that turns into particles and then attacks at range, and you're just going to sit there and be afraid because reasons.
Yeah, this is really bad. Just like no logical reason for her to act like this.
It's so stupid.
And meanwhile, Austin is like, I wonder what Kirito's doing. We haven't talked about Kirito enough.
Like, oh yeah, we're having lunch on a boat, by the way. I don't even remember what they talked. I do not even remember what happened in that scene.
It was about a battleship, like some old like World War II. No, not old, like some new battleship. They said, oh, but it's not a battleship, it's a helicopter carrier or something.
The soul of Kayaba is controlling the battleship.
Yes.
That sounds way more
what's happened.
That sounds way more
And
interesting.
then at the end of the series, he can say, "You sunk my battleship."
I swear to God, he's still alive. You know he's still alive.
It's like you thought it was Alice, but it was really me, Kayaba.
Like he's totally like secretly controlling all the people in the Darklands. Or like some dumbass bullshit, and it's like, there's Kayaba.
That's so dumb and stupid. I want to happen now.
I know. It's like that dumbass Bleach theory that everything after the defeat of Aizen was just Aizen's Bankai.
Still the best thing to have. Still would have been the best thing ever.
No, seriously, it would have been amazing.
You couldn't be good, so be so spectacularly bad that no one can ever forget you.
Yes. No, I mean that would have wrapped around from so ridiculously horrible to, wow, that's actually kind of clever and fun.
Like for me, it would have just been, that's so dumb, it's great.
Yeah, exactly. It's like at a certain point, you just sort of wrap around from horrifically bad to, that was fantastic.
Well, we talked enough about Sword Art Online, unless anyone wants to say anything, because I really want to get to this JoJo episode.
Does anyone else have anything to say about Sword Art? Other than like Yu-Gi-Oh walks into a bath and you're immediately like, oh no.
Oh, I forgot. I blocked that in my mind.
He walked into a bath and there's a guy in there, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Well, I saw the guy and I was like, oh, okay. They're not going to do that.
Oh, they're gonna do that.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna be like, let's get naked. Only truly understand each other when we're naked.
Yes.
Put down that sword. You only need the other one.
Show me your sword.
Show me your sword.
Show me your sword. No, not that
your
one.
Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
I've never seen a Schwartz this big.
Okay, I changed my mind, Seacaller. That's the episode.
Okay.
Wait, what is?
Yeah, that needs to happen, please.
Just Yu-Gi-Oh and this guy showing each other their Schwartz.
Show me your Schwartz.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, episode 37. Shining Diamond is Unbreakable, part 1. Okay, really quick. How did you guys actually think this was going to end?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, the entire episode, like, I kept thinking, like, how does nobody around the corner hear the explosions? Like, Koichi and Jotaro are, like, right fucking there.
Jotaro's over there like,
I wonder what could be... This rain is loud.
The rain sure does sound like explosions and Josuke screaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Must
like,
be the rain.
It must be my imagination.
Yeah, I kept waiting for it to happen, and it never happened. And I'm like... It sort of feels like it's almost artificially extending the arc a little bit, because it really should have ended right there. You know? Like that moment where, you know, the bubble's coming and then Josuke's got to get them out of it somehow, and he cuts it and it still don't work, and it's like, oh shit. I'm like, and that's where the time stop happens, and they disappear from there and they reappear over there, and then Josuke punches him out, and that's it.
Dude, Jotaro can't save the day. This is not his part.
I know, but still, I'm like, he's right there.
But no, the solution... So how do you get out of this infinite time loop? Well, it turns out the solution is wake Josuke up early so he can be there on time and hear Yoshikage Kira say, I am Yoshikage Kira.
And he's just posing there like, wait, did I just hear something? What?
No,
What?
Heard me talking shit?
No. The part I love best about this is Josuke doesn't actually believe him right away. He's like, wait, he said he's Yoshikage Kira. That must mean he knows something about Yoshikage Kira. I'm like, he just said he was Yoshi. I'm like,
But we need to be sure.
I'm like, he just said it out loud in his monologue to the small child.
It turns out in Morio, sound only travels 5 feet.
Yes.
Exactly.
I also
I like how you guys. No, you first, Colin.
Okay. I was just gonna say. I also, you mentioned it just a second ago, but like when Josuke walks up, he's like doing this weird pose, and it's like we haven't had a whole lot of posing in part 4, but like this is the one that stood out to me because it's so like it makes no sense. Like he's got like his right arm like up over his head, kind of pointing down, and then his toes are kind of turned inward, and it's just really weird. Like it doesn't look like a fashion pose. He's just sort of like in a weird contorted standing.
Oh god, the one Josuke does at the very end of the part is just French kiss.
I think it's supposed to be that he's like putting his hand behind his ear to listen. Like, wait,
yeah,
he's
like
cupping
his
it didn't look anything.
But
like
he's doing it. I know because he's doing it so fabulously and so Jocho like. But I was gonna say, you guys have an issue with Jotaro not hearing Josuke, but you don't have an issue with how slowly time was moving.
No, I mean that's something that happens in fights and like shonen stuff. Like you slow down time so you can see stuff.
But
happen.
we actually have a watch. We actually see the seconds go by, and it's like 5 seconds equal 1 second. It's like, oh no, we got 10 seconds. This is all gonna end soon. And Kira gives a big monologue.
Kira is a big American football fan.
Yes, he is.
I can't. So they actually put back the Joe Montana line.
I think it was also in the sub, but
it was not. I just remember them taking it out.
Really?
I don't think Crunchyroll put it in.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that, but I think mentioning like characters, I mean real people, is fine as long as it's not like, oh, my stand is called Joe Montana, but hey, I know Joe Montana. Well, not personally, but you know what I mean.
He's just like, I'm gonna drive it up their ass like a Joe Montana touchdown pass, and then they explode, and he's like, touchdown.
Yeah, because part 4 takes place in the 90s, and that's when Joe Montana was at the height of his career.
That was the 80s. 90s was Steve Young.
No, Joe Montana was like on Genesis, wasn't he?
No.
Joe Montana football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying as a player, his peak was the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone's going to correct us and be like, no, you idiots.
We don't have a correction section.
No, we don't have that guy here.
We just have Crocodile.
Yes. Who will correct us.
Who will absolutely correct us. Thanks, Crocodile.
Yes.
We love you.
Let's see.
Also, Hayato is very good at understanding the exact limitations of powers and exactly what's happening about things he cannot see.
Yes. He's quite a smart kid. Like, he should have a stand.
He should have a stand.
Yeah. Like, shoot him with the arrow. Like, he'd probably come out with some, like, instant death monstrosity.
The thing about JoJo, characters are, like, smart only when they need to be. It's like, oh, Hayato's very important, so we need to make sure he's as smart as everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, when did he figure out that Killer Queen could create a bomb? When did he figure out Killer Queen could create only one bomb?
Yes.
How does he know this? Whatever.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, but I believe it.
I thought the same thing because I'm like, he seems to know a lot about stuff. I don't know where he learned it.
Yeah.
Was that in your hand, Hayato? Was that the script?
I guess we can assume he put 2 and 2 together. Like, wait.
Yeah. Well,
I'm pretty sure Kira said something.
Well, they need to have someone explain this to Josuke because Josuke wasn't going to figure it out. And what's his name that's with him is the biggest idiot the series has ever seen.
And now he's dead.
Hey, Okuyasu is a bro.
No, Okuyasu is a bro, but he's also the dumbest person in the series. Like in all the 4 series we've seen so far, he's the dumbest person in all of them, like bar none. But the problem is, if any of the people that could explain it to Josuke were there, their stands are powerful enough that the combination of them working with Josuke could have ended the fight then and there.
You know, it's kind of funny because everyone's so smart, so Okuyasu being so dumb just kind of highlights that.
But like he looks even dumber by comparison.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way: if you put the hand in the hands of like Kakuin, it's like invincible.
Nah, Kakuin would steal job because he's Kakuin.
I mean, he'd find a way to job, but he'd still do a lot of damage before he jobbed.
Yeah. And if
Like
if you gave the hand to Kira, good God, everyone run.
Yeah. Or like if you gave it to Joseph.
Oh yeah.
Like Jesus friggin' Christ. Everyone, like, there'd be no point to the series at that point.
He would combine this bullshit with like this new stand power that's also bullshit.
Yeah, he'd be like, my bullshit is knowing everything that's gonna happen. Combined with that, it would just be like, well, there's Jesus. He'll solve it. Like there'd be no room for anyone else to do anything. It's like why Jotaro can't hear anything right now, because if he walked in on this fight, that would be it.
I think something is lost in the transition from manga to anime here. Like, for one, just kind of imagine the rain's way louder.
There's no rain loud enough to drown out an explosion.
And also imagine they're like way farther away.
Well, I think the explosions are supposed to be silent. Because remember when Shigechi exploded at school, no one said, "Whoa, what was that big explosion?" You know?
Yeah, Josuke and Okuyasu were inside the room and did not hear it.
Well,
Yeah.
he kind of disintegrated, didn't he?
Yes.
No, he exploded, then he just disintegrated.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah,
you see
it's
his
like
body just,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a stand power, so even
so
only stand users could even hear it. But you're right. I kind of get the impression that they can't even hear it very well.
yeah, okay. If it's silent explosions, then that works. But there's still Josuke screaming.
Yeah, like you got Josuke making that huge scream when Okuyasu gets hit, and Jotaro's like,
Yeah.
what is that?
And there's literally 3 guys standing there like, I wonder what that could be. A dying cat? A dog in trouble? No, let's not go help the dog in trouble.
Let's look at the Pepsi sign some more.
Yes.
Yes.
Pepsi, 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 Pepsi.
Like, why does that Pepsi's logo look so modern? It's 1999. But before we move on, I want to mention Hayato explodes. He literally dies. His body is like,
He becomes a soul, and then Josuke's like, "Nah, I got this, bro."
Yeah.
so all that stuff about, you can't bring someone back if they die. Like, nope. I just have to be fast enough.
No, still can't do it.
That's
Like,
bullshit, but I believe it.
No, I mean he's still totally dead though, right?
No, he's totally alive.
I think the rule could be that if the soul hasn't completely left the body, you can revive them.
Yeah. Hayato's soul was just really slow. Like, okay, I guess I got. Oh no, never mind. I'm good.
Right.
Like, no, he was still there.
I mean, if anything happened in like a split second, it shows. Pretend he touched him like really quickly as soon as he started to explode.
So yeah, it's bullshit, but I believe it.
Yeah.
I love this fight so much.
Black Clover. Black Clover, episode 71, the uncrowned, undefeated lioness. In this episode, what's the voice actress's name?
Monica Rial?
Yes, in this episode, Monica Rial kidnaps everyone. I liked this episode, honestly. I get with that one dude who was like, she's the best character in shonen, and it's like, no, but also she's cool.
Oh man, I just realized this comes on right after JoJo. And you know who voices Rohan in JoJo? I think he had a line in this episode too.
Of course he did.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
I guess it's Vic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so Sisgolion is what I'm definitely calling her now. Thanks, Yami. You always get the perfect names like Gargletron.
Mm-hmm.
She just runs around being like, "You're going to the hot spring," and someone else is like, "What? Excuse me, you're going to the hot spring." I'm surprised she
Everyone's
didn't just
going
grab the
to
Wizard King and be like, "You're also going to the hot spring."
Probably
She only
didn't
is
notice
interested
him.
in training people, and he doesn't really need training.
What the hell does Yami need training for?
Don't care. Going to the hot spring.
It's
Also, the
like-
hot spring is lava.
It's like Oprah.
That's not a hot spring. That's an active volcano.
Yeah. I mean, like, I didn't mind the episode too much. I thought it was okay. I mean, it's so stupid how she's just picking these characters like you're going.
She's
It's like
literally got like 17 firearms carrying several different people by
Right.
the head.
And it's like, why even bring that character? Oh, just because it would be funny, you know. There's no like rhyme or reason to who's coming.
And they're
Yeah.
all just kind of like, none of them actually try to do anything to stop it. They're just like, well, I guess this is happening.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
she's
no other life now.
She's
Like-
undefeated, so they can't do anything.
No. The thing I love most is how they start climbing the mountain. Everyone's like, "Oh, we have to use this mana skin skill where you cover yourself in mana to protect yourself, and then you can climb the mountain like it's nothing." And then you cut to poor Asta, and he's like, he ain't got no mana, so he's trying to cut the heat with his sword because that's totally a thing that works. And then he just collapses, and everyone's like, and I'm just staring at this like, why did you think this would be a good idea? You brought the only Magic Knight who cannot do the thing that will allow him to stay alive. I mean, I'm not complaining that he's going to die, but, you know.
I'm
gonna
sure he'll
die.
figure it out. He's got
It happens.
shonen protagonist armor.
How is he going to survive?
I
His
did
magic
think
is
it was
never
funny they
dying.
introduced this mana skin, which I immediately was just like, oh, okay, so it's armament hockey. Got it.
Yeah, it is like a shitty version of Armament Hockey.
I was
it's
gonna
pretty
say his magic is never dying, so he'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said though that they have to climb the mountain, but once they get to the top, there's the world's greatest like hot springs.
Yeah. On the
So-
top of the giant volcanic mountain, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's going to be lava. It's not going to be a hot spring. It's going to be a pool of molten lava. That's what's
No,
going to be.
no, it's not. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a real hot spring because you know why? Because they want to have an excuse to have all these female characters get naked. That's what's going to happen.
See, I could see this, but I also can definitely see the version where they completely flip it on everyone and like, there's a hot spring and it's a pool of molten lava and everyone gets pissed off and then goes to an actual hot spring.
And then
To do
she's
the
like,
naked
no,
thing?
get in the lava.
No. This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna go up to the hospital. They're gonna go up to the volcano. It's gonna be so hot. It's gonna burn their clothes off. So
There
they're
we
like,
go.
oh, there we go. Yeah.
Maybe.
Now
And
get
then there's
inside.
no hot spring up there. But
I mean,
they're
it's
all
lava.
naked anyway.
It's lava. They'll survive. Right?
Yeah. Boruto, episode 32, The Quest for Souvenirs. An episode title up there with The Quest for Ice and Going on an Errand to Buy Some Milk. In this
I swear,
episode, Boruto forgot to get some candy for Himawari, which means he's dead.
Yeah.
Actually,
you don't cross
no.
her.
R.I.P.
She's actually just disappointed, and she thought he was better than that.
Yeah, she spared him at the end.
So, are they gonna like collect everything in the entire world or just like one giant fetch quest?
Yes. It's the Majora's Mask fetch quest.
I hate fetch quests.
And they go... I have nothing to say about this episode.
Well, I've got a couple things. So for some reason, we get an Orochimaru recap. So he's there talking to somebody. I forget. It's a sharp teeth guy. I can't remember. But anyway, so Orochimaru's there doing his stuff still. I can't get over that. It's just so weird. And they end up finding these candies at this weird store where this old lady works, and apparently she's like a big Shinobi Bout fan. And
Oh yes, I also love Ninja Uno.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ninja Uno. And I'm just like, I
Uno's
cannot
changing
believe
the
this is a
fucking
thing.
rules on this
I thought
now.
that was going to be like a one episode thing, but this is turning into like a major part of the story of this anime is this Ninja Uno game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait! Don't tell me someone pulls out like a ninja reverse card or something.
Okay, scene. Boruto, 5 years in the future, is facing down with the moon. Just the moon. The moon is the bad guy. He challenges the moon to Ninja Uno.
Goddamn
End
right.
scene. Roll credits.
And then Piccolo comes in like moon.
Honestly, I kind of like that they keep bringing this Ninja Uno thing back because it adds something to the world that we didn't really have in the first series. Like it just sort of makes everything feel bigger. Like, oh, they actually have things that they do outside of being ninjas now. You know?
They should play Ninja Fortnite.
Well, I mean,
No,
you know,
don't
now
they play like Dragon Quest, don't they?
yeah, I mean, now they have like video games and card games and stuff. Before, you know, with Naruto, it was kind of like, oh, they went on missions, and when they didn't have missions, they just sort of wandered around bored until they found another mission.
To the
You
same
know?
forest. Forever.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like it's a nice bit of world building, even though it's completely ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I mean, it's fine. It's just another side of this world where because they're in peacetime, it's like a thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would have also liked that kind of thing in, you know, Naruto itself, but, you know,
Well, we did have ninja info cards.
we did, but that wasn't nearly as funny
What's
or as
that?
interesting.
Naruto Shippuden.
Oh,
Naruto Shippuden, episode 251. The man named Kisame. Did you want a sad backstory for Kisame? No?
no.
Here it is.
God, it's so fucking stupid.
It's not really even that bad. Guy was kind of an asshole.
His backstory
Well, yeah.
is he was the dude who killed everyone who thought he was on their side. Feel for
he
him.
I like keep.
Yeah, he was the guy when you're playing co-op Halo would stick the, you know, sticky grenade on your back as you ran in to go fight the other guys.
You got to the sniper rifle just before he did, so he would just like sticky grenade.
Yes. Like he was that asshole.
It's like this one girl's like, "Do you want to go on a date?" And it's like, "Well, guess you're stabbing her."
Yeah. I mean,
mean,
he's stabbing her one way or another, but you know.
Also,
I like Kisame, but he doesn't need a backstory. Just keep him evil.
Yeah. Like he was fine just being an irredeemable asshole.
He did go out in a pretty crazy way.
Well, I mean, you know.
he just went out. He just went out like Sniper Wolf.
He didn't deserve the Sniper Wolf ending.
Yeah, everyone was just saying like everyone at the end just like, man, wow, what a man. And it's like whatever.
Yeah.
And then you dipshits opened the scroll and got eaten by sharks.
I love it the best.
That was
Like literally a shark pops out of the scroll and eats your face.
yeah. I think that's called the Shark Week no Jutsu.
Yeah.
Oh god, now I can't believe that's not. Should that be the episode title?
I don't
Why
know. We'll
not
pick
both?
one of these.
No, it needs to be nearly infinite defense, or a mix of the two, maybe.
I decided that actually Shark Week no Jutsu is the episode title. You need to Photoshop a shark just coming out of that scroll and biting one of them on the head.
Well, that sounds hard. I'll try.
If you can.
All right.
It's so stupid. No, like I hate this trend we have of giving every villain a sympathetic backstory these days, you know? Like, SAO did it with Kayaba and was dumb as hell there. And, I mean, it was super
I mean,
dumb as
I
hell
think
there because he forgot. But,
I,
I
I
mean,
don't I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just done wrong
no.
here. Here it doesn't work to me because like the guy never was redeemable as far as I can tell.
Right.
He was always a backstabbing killer.
Asshole. Yeah. Like, he was always, like, he was literally the guy the village was like, yeah, he's the team killer.
I think, like, I guess the thing they're going for is like, man, he did the dirtiest of dirty work.
Yeah, but
And I mean,
still.
if there was any redemption to his character, is that he was willing to kill himself, I guess, to protect the secret. That's
I know,
it.
but I feel like he didn't deserve it, you know?
No,
It,
I mean,
it's
I'm
just,
with you, Imperial. I mean, I think he was like a cool villain, but that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, he just. I mean, you're just going a little bit too far with his backstory.
Yeah.
Something about being like, it was all about like something because like his death was poetic and that he was being eaten by sharks, and then that was a thing from his past or something. I don't really remember why that
And
was a thing.
also, fun fact: I believe sharks do eat other sharks.
Yeah, that's what they said in the
Mhm.
episode. They said that like, did you know that sometimes when sharks give birth, sometimes the sharks hatch their eggs on the inside of the mother, and if that happens, then they eat each other. And then he literally creates that condition to kill himself. He creates a water bubble and then releases sharks in it, and then they kill him.
Yeah.
It's like,
But then everybody gets that happening to them now.
There's also
What's
so
the best part?
I want to talk about this scene because there's a scene where it's like the scene where he joined the Akatsuki, where the fourth Mizukage, the evil kid, like finds him, and then like, oh shit, it's Madara. Actually, he's been controlling the Mizukage the whole time, and then he's like, show me your face, and then he takes off the mask, and it's like, it's that scene from Justice League where it's like, I can find out the Flash's secret identity. I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, oh, I see. It's like, it's some dude. Man.
it's like
Hunter x Hunter.
oh, thank God.
Hunter x Hunter episode 144, Approval and Coalition. In this episode, literally everyone says vote for someone else. And that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, don't vote for me, vote for the other person. That's not Pariston.
It's like Mizastrom's like, vote for Cheadle. And then Pariston's like, no, vote for Mizastrom. And then Leorio's like, man, I just want to go home and wank.
Yeah. Leorio's just like, man, I'm just here to. Leorio wants to go home and. Like, he's just here to help out Gon and punch Ging, and now they want him to be president, and everyone is like, yeah, he'd make a good president.
It's like, wait,
like, what?
like, wait, did he just say he wanks off? Oh man, this
Yeah.
guy's awesome.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to remember that. Remember, he says, "Don't." I take that part back.
Don't. This isn't being streamed, right?
Nope, too
It
late.
is.
It's already across the Hunter web.
Leorio is over Gon's body, just being like, I'm so fucked up.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
Evangelion is coming. It's topical.
No. What I thought was funny is Cheadle, after Leora's done speaking, is like, yeah, he'll make a good president. So like Cheadle's entire plan has turned from I'm going to win to I will make sure Leorio wins.
Yeah, basic.
And I'm just like, Leorio wants no part of this.
I don't even want to be president.
Yeah, honestly, if they told Pariston that was the plan, he'd probably be for it. He'd probably be like, yeah, that seems like fun.
It's like, that seems like a big fucking mess. I'm all for it. Let's do it.
Exactly.
you forgot to mention the scene at the beginning of the episode where Jean and Cheeto are talking, and Jean's just being a total prick. And she was like, "Oh, this is why I hate both you and Pariston."
And like Cheadle is so mad, she's not even anywhere close to how she usually acts, and he's just like, "Man, you are so mad."
Yeah.
It's like Cheadle's like, "I'm not mad."
But she hates Pariston more, so I think it evens
I mean,
out.
who doesn't hate Pariston?
Like literally, Pariston says anything, and Cheadle's like, "Fuck!"
Because he's just such a huge freaking asshole.
It's great.
Like he exists to be a dickweed to everyone. Like every word out of his mouth exists to fuck someone over somewhere.
But the
Like,
thing
he
is, none of his words actually say what they mean. So he's just saying really nice things constantly, but everyone's just like, "Man, fuck this dude."
I know. Like if you didn't know the backstory, you'd be like, why does everyone hate him?
If he didn't smile with sparkles around him.
Yeah. It's very much like he could be saying hello to someone, and then someone like 3 miles away would be like, fucking Pariston, because they know that Pariston was actually screwing them over in that moment. Like he can't go 3 seconds without saying something to screw someone over somewhere, but doing it in the nicest way possible.
Exactly. It's just like he does it with a smile on his face. It's all fake. He's fake.
He's the biggest fake.
Why was there a guy at the beginning of this episode that they showed giving a statement on the screen with a bag on his head, just holding up a sign?
He was one of the hunters who was running.
No, he was one of the.
All the hunters
None of these guys were running. These people just got votes.
I was like, vote for Bagman.
Vote for Lord Buckethead.
So yeah, they're all stuck in that building now. They're not allowed to leave until there's a chairman.
That's how they should do presidential elections.
Oh God.
I'm sure everything's gonna go smoothly.
But I mean, that's actually just what a caucus is.
Yeah,
Those are horrible.
It's kind of like conclave, what they do with the Pope.
Conclave.
I watched Angels and Demons recently. It reminded me of that.
Oh God.
Angels and Demons was one of his book that was fun and dumb before they just started to be dumb.
Yeah. Like Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons were like, man, this is bullshit, but whatever. This is like the
CSI Miami or Fast and Furious of like symbols.
The Fast and Furious. Wow,
I mean, if you really want that, that's freaking what was it called? America's Treasure or something?
I remember.
You mean National Treasure, right?
You're right.
Treasure.
National Treasure is archaeology CSI Miami.
It is totally. Also, and I unabashedly will say that is an entertaining movie for all the wrong reasons, but it is a very entertaining movie.
I mean, who doesn't want to sit and listen to Nicolas Cage say, "We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence"?
I mean, it just sounds fun. You know, I will say that at this point in the show, they're literally just waiting to wake Gon up right now.
Yeah, like that plot is over. He won.
Yeah. They're there. Killua won.
Literally everyone who's not stuck in that election room is like, hey, if we see Illumi, we're going to fuck him up.
Yeah, and there's plenty of people able to fuck him up right there.
Yeah,
like I don't think Hisoka could get past this group.
See, no, I mean, Illumi is a conniving guy, but he can't go up against all those hunters.
No, I mean even
and those Chimera ants.
Yeah, I mean even Illumi and Hisoka together would probably get wrecked.
Oh, speaking of which, we see my boy Ikago. He's back.
Oh shit!
Hanging out.
Yeah. Yep.
It's so funny because I never really thought about where would he be? He's just this weird octopus guy now, just hanging out with hunters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Melorion's there too, but he's not as important as Ikago.
Yay!
Yeah, it's cool to see these familiar faces. You have Melody's there too.
Yeah, I saw her. Yeah.
Meanwhile, where's Karapika though?
Yeah, one of the main 4 cast members just does not show up.
He's got some stuff to deal with because remember the last time we saw him, he was in his emperor mode, which means shit is real.
Yeah, I mean he's basically out there collecting eyeballs, doing mob shit, you know.
Yeah, but still answer your friend's texts.
The man is busy. The man is busy. He got eyeballs to get.
You know, if you told me that Kurapika would end up being like the Sasuke emo character rather than Killua, I would not have believed you. But that's kind of what's happened.
Honestly, he's not that emo at all. Like
Yeah.
he's essentially the main character of the next major arc, and he's still just plain old Kurapika. Like, yeah, he's sort of the Sasuke revenge character here, but he hasn't sort of like drowned himself in it yet.
He's more of a Todoroki, where he's super serious, but is also a total dork.
Yeah, he's nowhere near Sasuke.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess maybe when I said that, I meant more about the whole like go off and revenge part.
Yeah,
not so much personality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's totally about that. But like in sort of the new arc, you can kind of see that he's still sort of got his soul, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of moments in there where you're like, yeah, he's a hard bastard, but he's still got his heart, man. He's still in there. Which is going to make him eventually, you know.
It's going to be his downfall.
Oh, when he goes down, I'm going to cry so hard. It's going to be so sad.
Oh, you know, this is kind of topical, but you know who Pariston reminds me of?
Oh no,
Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
No, Littlefinger Littlefinger wanted to win. Like he wanted to put himself on top. Pariston just wants to fuck everyone over.
So basically, Pariston is the mountain.
I mean, I guess, man. I guess you.
I mean, kinda. I can't wait until like. Oh man!
I don't want to say
Game of Thrones Brotherhood is gonna be so good, you guys.
No, like Pariston is sort of in this weird spot after this arc, where it's like you really want to see what he's doing now, because
I would like to see that.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a Hunter x Hunter sequel someday, maybe next decade, probably.
Well, I just hope that Togashi finishes the new arc soon enough.
I'm sorry. What was that? Introduce several more characters?
No. It's gotten to the point where he's introduced everyone he can possibly introduce.
And hey, check this out. Some Chimera ants were on the boat too.
Yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, look, here's 50 more characters I didn't show you yet.
No, I mean he already literally did that with someone's Nen power, and it's like, wait, what just happened now? Oh, can I just tell you what this Nen power is? It's amazing. And it's never going to come up.
We'll end the episode, right, and then you can do it.
Okay.
That'll be it for this episode of the Toonami Escape Podcast. Thank you, B-Dubs.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Seacoller.
No problem.
Thank you, Imperial Bishop.
I'm happy to be here as always. No problem.
We'll see you guys next week for episode 153. Good night.
Good night.